Now, you might think that 2016 was a shitty year.
Trump,
Hillary,
Prince,
Bowie,
Harambe.
Princess Leia. But not for metal.
Now this is our top 10 metal albums of 2016. There were a lot of candidates, and we had to squeeze it into 10. So here we go. Number 10.
Metal Church, 11.
Now the reason why Metal Church is number 10 is because, given the history of Metal Church, it's a band that has had many lineup changes, and they've been on and off, breaking out, coming back. But even though they had that many issues going through, they still have this constant sound, this very strong, aggressive sound to them. And these guys just refuse to give up. And in each album, even though they've gone through so much shit, you can still notice the effort in all of them. 11 is no exception.
Number 9.
Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. So Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct was long-awaited album from Metallica. We waited quite a while. It was really hyped. It sold really well, and it turned out to be okay. Like, it started out really nice, really strong. Like when they released the first single, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, my expectations went through the roof. But then when I listened to the whole album, it started out so strong, pretty awesome. Second CD, it started going down, declining, like the song Confusion. I'm pretty sure they were confused when they remade that song. That's why it's in number 9.
Yeah, I believe Metallica being number 1 in the Big Four had a lot of pressure, but at the same time, they delivered, but they were okay.
The thing is that Metallica can always deliver, but since Metallica has changed their style so many times throughout the years, everybody expects a different type of Metallica. So not everybody's gonna be satisfied. That's why they're number 9. Number 8.
Destroyer 666, Wildfire.
It's fast, it's aggressive. It has a different sound than the previous one. And I think it took like 5 years to make. Because the last album was released in 2011, and it was so worth the wait. I bet that to Destroyer 666 fans, it was a very welcomed album, to welcome them back. And to new fans, it's perfect if you want to start listening to this band. I loved it.
Number 7.
Anthrax, For All Kings. Anthrax, For All Kings was a follow-up to worship music. I loved worship music, and I liked For All Kings. It was a really good album. It was solid, it was strong, and that's it. Like, it didn't really surprise me in any way. It was just Anthrax being Anthrax, and I loved it. It was a solid album. I liked it, and that's all I can say about it. Number 6.
Destruction, Under Attack.
Now, Under Attack. That's how I felt my ears were when I was listening to this fucking album. It was aggressive, it was fast, it was brutal, it didn't let up. It's fucking destruction doing what they do best, destroying your fucking ears, attacking your senses. I think their last album was in 2013, if I remember correctly. It wasn't that long of a wait, but the wait was still worth it. I love this album, man, and I love Destruction. I hope they keep doing whatever they're doing because it's working. Number 5.
Suicidal Tendencies, World Gone Mad.
World Gone Mad is, as you know, Dave Lombardo parted ways with Slayer again. And this was his first album. This was he has been touring with Suicidal Tendencies, but this was the first album he recorded with them, and it's so freaking noticeable that it's him. You can totally tell in the in the beat and the speed, and overall, not only by him, it's a great album. Because I didn't like 13, the last album by Suicidal. I didn't really enjoy it as much, and this was such a huge improvement over it, and I loved it. It was a fun album. It was just suicidal. It's one of those albums that makes you yell suicidal, because you fucking love Suicidal.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Pepsi.
Is your mom gonna bring it to you?
That's all I'm gonna
say. He never got his Pepsi, did he?
Number 4.
Sodom, Decision Day. Sodom, another legendary band, dude. Another band that does not need a fucking introduction. If you like aggressive extreme metal, you know who this band is. And Decision Day, it just proves that these guys are here to take over. Every time they release an album, it reminds us who they are. They are here to rule the fucking metal scene, and they won't go away anytime soon. They never fucking disappoint. Number 3,
Sabaton, The Last Stand.
Now this is a band that I love. We did an episode on it actually, on this album. Their last album before this was Heroes. It was epic. It was perfect. It was metal perfection from beginning to end. And then I asked myself, how the hell are they gonna top this? They answered with The Last Stand. The Last Stand, it's an album about different battles in history, where most of them, they're about last stand battles in history. The Battle of Hiroshima would be a good example. Spartans, the 300 Spartans versus the Persians. And all of these battles ended up in glorious victory. A lot of them ended up in loss and losing. And I think Sabaton really reflects that feeling of that. Not every glorious battle ends in victory, but as long as you are willing to make a stand, and make your last stand. I got lost for words there.
Number 2,
Testament, Brotherhood of the Snake. Alright, before we go to our number 1 spot, we gotta do some honorable mentions, right?
Yeah, of course, man. Like, you got Abbott, for example. Why would we say that?
Well, because that was he released his debut album after leaving Immortal, due to creative differences. You also have Megadeth.
Yeah, Megadeth.
Dystopia.
Definitely. We had to mention it. I mean, Chris Broderick and Sean Drover left the band, so Dave Mustaine just had to release the album anyways. So he ended up getting Chris Adler as a drummer, and Kiko Loureiro, definitely one badass fucking guitarist, creating Dystopia, and is definitely a way better upgrade than Super Collider, since we were just expecting the worst. And of course,
you got Motorhead, Clean Your Clock, the live album, one of the last performances by Motorhead. It was such an emotional album to listen to. You listening to Lemmy, one of his last performances, it was just touching. Can't really explain it. And you have other ones too. Saratoga released an album. This band that I just found out about, Tanger Cavalry, Chinese folk metal band.
Death Angel released
Death Angel,
Devil Driver.
We did an episode on that too, and there's just way too many bands to name, like way too many. But that's just to name a few. Then number 1,
Brujeria, Pocho Aslan.
Now Brujeria it took a lot of internal debating with me to pick number 1. Brujeria took it because the whole album, beginning to end, is metal perfection, dude. We waited so long for another Brujeria album. This is a band that has only released 3 albums, 4 with Pocho Aslan, and they have left a mark in metal history like no other band has, with lyrics in Spanish, dude. Having fans all over the world with Spanish music, it's a landmark, dude. It's a great achievement. And they released this album at the perfect moment, with the whole thing, with the election going on and whatnot. They released it at the perfect moment. The whole deal, the whole thing with the shirts at Walmart that they were selling. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
and it came at the right time. And not only that, it was a perfect album from beginning to end. Production value was fucking high. The music, the lyrics, perfect. Everything. Brujeria came back again and came back to rule the metal scene.
So that was our top 10 of 2016's metal album releases. Let us know about your top 10 in the comment section below.
And remember, we're also going to be at the 2017 Metal Swad Meet. San Diego Metal Swad Meet. If you're not from the San Diego area, if you're close, make sure to come by. It's a unique experience, one of a kind. We're going to be there talking to people. Come by if you want to be part of the video, if you want to meet the crew. And
don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And remember to keep it coffee and keep it metal.